What is going on, FA Nation? John Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Slam MLB DFS Game Day Playbook Preview Show. We're looking at the Tuesday 10-game main slate. James, big day of baseball. There's a 5-game slate starting at 6:40 p.m. If you guys have any questions regarding that, make sure you get in our Discord and asking us questions. Follow us on Twitter. You can shoot us some messages over there, or you can even leave a comment in the comment section of this show here over on YouTube, and we'll be happy to help you guys out for that 640 slate. But we look at the main slate here. We got 10 games. We got some pretty good starting pitching on this slate here as well. Some big names actually up at the top. How are you feeling about things, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of those slates where we have an elite offense in Coors Field, and you pair that with the elite pitching that we have. So it's going to be interesting lineup construction on the Tuesday main slate. And 5 plus 10, 15, all 30 teams in action on this Tuesday.
Yeah. Season winding down. So we'll see how these things continue to work itself out. With the top pitching, we got Wheeler on the road against Milwaukee at 10-5. Cole Reagans at home against Detroit at 98. Michael King at home against Houston, 96. Nathan Eovaldi at home against Toronto, 92. And Hunter Brown on the road against Michael King and the Padres there at 9K. Got to think most gravitate towards Cole Reagans here at home against the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like shy away from Wheeler just given how good he's been against just about anybody. So like if you prefer Wheeler, by all means do it. I would say he's pitching better than Cole Reagans.
Sure.
Reagans has the better matchup. Not that Detroit's obviously bad. I mean, they're 2 games out of a playoff spot right now. So, they're pesky. They were down a bunch of runs today. They're currently now up 7-6 in the 6th inning. So
he has dominated them though. 18 strikeouts, 11 2/3. But earlier season Tigers, to your point, are not the same Tigers that are out there right now. So
yeah, I mean, look, Reagans is, I think, the top arm. I'm just also saying, like, not our parents' whatever the saying is.
Your grandfather's Tigers.
Yeah, whatever. This team is definitely pretty good. So I think either the top 2 names are great. Michael King, I don't know what the strikeout upside is here against Houston. And obviously that offense is just more potent with everyone back. That top half of the lineup is very challenging. Eovaldi, another one. I'm not sure what the strikeout appeal is. I'd be okay getting there. He is a guy who pitches deep into games. There's no thought really, or has been, of any type of limitations with Eovaldi. Yeah, so if he's going to be live to go 7 innings, that's appealing. And then Hunter Brown, I mean, you want to talk about no strikeout upside. That's what the spot provides. So, I mean, if you want to play a $9,000 Hunter Brown and just hope that it's 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, no runs, and you get a win, that's something. But, do you want to bank on Hunter Brown throwing 6 shutout innings, knowing that there's not going to be a lot of strikeouts attached, knowing that those shutout innings have to come against white hot Tatis, Machado who's on fire, Luis Arraez who doesn't strike. It's just not fun. So I think Wheeler, Reagans, Eovaldi for me over 9K.
In the 8K and 7K range, Louis Heel and Brian Wu are up against each other. Yankees in Seattle for this matchup. They're 88 and 86. Chris Bassett on the flip side of that Eovaldi spot at 81. Taylor McGill at home against Washington, 77. Lance Lynn, you were talking about maybe picking up some pitching and seasonal for streaming. Home versus the Pirates, $7,500. Look good in his return there. Frankie Montas, though, gets home against Wheeler, $7,400. Mitchell Parker, Mitch Spence there. Your 2 guys to bottom out the 7K range. Talk about the Yankee matchup here. Heel versus Wu.
Both appealing. I think the one thing we worry about Luis Heel is pitch count. He just throws a lot of pitches, doesn't get deep into many games. So, that is the one concern, especially against a team that strikes out. The more strikeouts he's going to accrue, the more pitches he's going to throw, the less innings he's going to be able to go. So I'm good with it. Just know, might be hard stop at 5 innings if he's at 97 pitches again through 5. I think Brian Wu is perfectly fine. Look, he's been excellent mostly all year. A handful of bad starts, and handful is probably doing him a disservice.
And almost none of them at home.
Yeah, two bad starts,
Yeah.
and you mentioned it, 1.66 ERA, 160 batting average against. I mean, hey, he did it against the Padres, and we've talked about it. Like nobody does anything good against the Padres, and it's not to say like you can't shut them down. Like they are not
Yeah.
like the best team ever, but they just don't strike out. And he went 6 2/3 at home, as you mentioned, and had 5 strikeouts.
Which
That
is
is
like
a
a ceiling strikeout game against the Padres,
yeah.
right?
So
Like,
that is a more than reasonable expectation, I'd say, in this spot against the Yankees. I mean, this is the one thing I'd say, this is an incredibly important series for Seattle because they are also making a move. They've won a bunch of games in a row.
yeah.
They are only a few games out. I can see a scenario, and you kind of see it with Brian Wu a lot. 6 1/3 against the Angels, 69 pitches taken out of the game. 5 innings, 88 pitches taken out of the game. 6 2/3 against San Diego, 89 pitches taken out of the game. They will take him out. They don't care. And the good thing is he throws nothing but strikes. So you never have to worry about like really elevated pitch
Mhm.
counts. You just have to worry about them pulling him in the middle of an inning for no
Sure.
reason. Just to like we trust a fresh bullpen at this point, third time around against Aaron Judge, right? Like
Right.
that's so I like both. Bassett never, I mean, good luck guessing the right Bassett start.
Well,
He's
I was
been
gonna say, right? We worry Bassett against lefties.
Texas
Who
has
who
two.
are the Texas lefties? They don't have Seager anymore, right? So
Smith and Nathaniel
Nathaniel
Lowe.
Lowe and Smith, and I guess Jonah Heim will hit from the left side, but
Leody Taveras will hit from the left side in this spot. But yeah, I mean, Bassett's been great every other start. I mean, so if you guess the correct Chris Bassett start, he's an elite starting pitcher. He had a lot of strikeouts lately, so
yeah,
that's obviously good to see.
agreed.
Tyler McGill, talk about strikeouts, 6 scoreless, 9 strikeouts against the Blue Jays, 1 hit in that game. Has 20 plus fantasy points to his last 3. That's a really
Washington
good spot.
definitely has some more strikeouts in their lineup with
Yes.
Wood and Cruz.
Cruz,
So
yeah, a lot of strikeouts at the top of their lineup. So yeah, I would play either of those guys. Lynn is fine. Love to see the pitches immediately
90
off the
pitches out of
IL.
the gate, just out there
Yeah,
throwing, right? Like
I don't necessarily believe in 37-year-old Lance Lynn all too much. We didn't like him last year. He's only a year older from that point.
yeah.
And he was in a
Well, the difference is this year he's really not giving up as many home runs
home
as he
runs. The
did.
home runs was the home runs were
He
insane.
gave it like 40 last year or something
He
crazy,
did
right?
with the Dodge, and that does speak to wait, it was White Sox and Dodgers, was it last year where
Yeah.
he split like we talked about it all year this year. Like Dodger Stadium is a lot like there are so many home runs hit there.
And
Obviously,
was it Palante, right? He shut down Pittsburgh tonight.
he
He had
did shut
9
down Pittsburgh.
strikeouts.
Yeah, I'm
From the right
okay with it.
side.
I'm okay with like I'm not shying away from Lance Lynn, especially when you like I love the form that Frankie Montas is in. This is like the version that as a Yankees fan, I wish that the Yankees got when they traded for him.
Yeah.
But probably can't do it against Philly, at least, in a single entry or cash game setting, like tournaments only. Mitchell Parker, definitely tournaments only. Obviously, a little watered down Mets lineup without Lindor and Vientos struggling. So
Yeah.
Mitchell Parker does have strikeout upside.
He's another one of big home road splits, 6.25 ERA on the road this year,
Interesting. And
281 at home.
same thing with the other Mitch down here. Mitch
Yeah.
Spence, terrible on the road.
Most A's starters basically have
Yeah,
big
it's
home
true.
road
It's
splits.
it's the Seattle thing, just like
Yeah.
not as
It won't be
prevalent.
next year though when they're playing in a little league field.
That's true.
Sacramento. Any interest in the guys of value below? Jordan Montgomery's re-entering the starting lineup. Canning gets the White Sox at 6K. Feltner, Falter, Wicks, Martin, Mize are your 7K or 67 and under group here.
I Feltner pretty bad for gas canning because he faltered in his last start.
He did.
But
he shut down the Dodgers before.
But he shut down. We'll always have that.
And he shut out the Blue Jays.
We'll always have those 2 starts this year. And that one random relief inning appearance that I used them in. I mean, I'm not against it. He's $6,000. This isn't like he's not like 75. If he's like over 7,000, it's probably a price that I'm not comfortable
His
with.
ERA is a full run lower at home.
We're fishing, but yeah, I mean,
if there was ever a spot, it'd be against the White Sox, right? A team that says they plan on cutting payroll next year
yeah, I saw
as
that.
a 35 win team right now.
Absolutely the most absurd thing anyone can hear today. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. That'd probably be the only value play.
That'd be the only guy I'd play there too. Catcher, we look for value. Again, Amaya or Betancourt would just. I mean, I know they're running out of steam a little bit here, but
Yeah, they've been like they both like we're actually not good.
they're
We
not
just
good. No. I agree,
uh,
but there's still value. Matt Tice, if he's in the lineup against Martin, 29.
his 27.
Corey Lee's 24 if you're not going the gas canning.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. Drew Romo, if he's in the lineup, righty versus Montgomery.
Yeah. Heim will hit from the left side.
Goodman. Actually, you know what? Goodman. Yeah.
Connor Goodman. All that power against left-handed pitching there.
That's probably the play, just considering the matchup there.
Agreed. Which means we're probably going to be playing some Brendan Rodgers.
Probably. Well. Yeah, probably.
First base, Christian Walker's your top guy. Yep. Harper, Vladdy, up over 5K. Tolia is 48. JD Mark versus a lefty at 46. Alonso 49 against a lefty. Thoughts there?
The Mets have been awful. I do not know how they're winning games solely on the backs of their pitchers and Lindor, who is probably not playing for the next couple days. So I'm okay going to any of the top three. Walker and Harper have both been great, especially Bryce. He's been great. Walker gets the Colorado bump. I shouldn't even say especially Bryce. Christian Walker and Bryce have been great. Vladdy's kind of slowed down. Love Tolia from the right side. He's a home run waiting to happen against Shorter Montgomery. I'm really not interested in the Mets. I know that they've been okay against lefties, like good against lefties, I should say. JD Martinez has been terrible. If you want to stack the Mets, I mean, do it, but he's been terrible. Michael Busch has been really good lately, like really, really good, like massive ceiling Michael Busch lately, 4,400. You could play Josh Bell, 43. I think that is fine. You could play Goldie against Bailey Falter. I know he's kind of been bad lately, but you could play him. Pavin Smith is the value play that I'd probably continuously go play. $3,600. He's been really, really good, really productive. I'd probably play Pavin Smith at 36. Would probably be like the top value that I'd go to. If you don't like Chris Bassett, you can obviously play Nathaniel Lowe at 34, who has been really good to end his season. He's gonna maybe take that into next year. Rowdy Tellez, $3,000 against Lance Lynn. Gavin Sheets, we know the White Sox, hit home runs. They hit home runs in bunches. Tons. They hit tons of home runs, especially against pitchers that you probably don't expect them to hit home runs against.
Well, they just went back to back right now. Benny Biceps and Andrew Vaughn. So,
well, it's unfortunate for some. Yeah, I mean, Gavin Sheets, 2,900. He's hit a couple home runs in back-to-back games going into the Monday slate. So if you want to play those guys, they're in play as well.
All right. Second
Nico
base.
Cavadas, salute to our boy. 2,400. Davis
out.
Martin has not been good.
Shout out Nico Cavadas, 3 homers. Yeah, look at this little run right here they had, right? Against Minnesota.
800 OPS over the last 10 games.
Yeah. I mean that's 5 hits and 11 at bats right there against the Twins. So, all right, second base. I mentioned Rodgers here, 42 against Montgomery. He's looking pretty good. Not going to really target. I mean, Marte Incors against Feltner. What else do you like here?
I mean, I would play Ketel Marte at 6,600 for sure. He homered his first at bat in course today. So if you want to play Ketel Marte, that's perfectly fine by me. Rodgers, you mentioned, and Glaber. Geloff, 34. That's probably a
sure.
he's been kind of elite.
Yeah, Wicks hasn't been good. So
Wicks has not been good. Polanco's been a corpse. Schneider's been better, but better still hasn't gotten him over the Mendoza line this year.
Right.
Will Wagner, like he's such like a. I'm gonna hit a single. I'm gonna have a couple singles, 6 fantasy points, and move on. So like 3,200 if you want to kind of like a safe play.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything else though.
Okay. Third base up at the top, Eugenio at 53, Jazz 52, Rising Man is lefty at 5K. I mean, Vientos does have the Parker lefty matchup. I know he's been struggling, but there's $4,700 for him there.
Yeah, I mean, like Vientos can hit a home run. He's very live to hit a home run here. So I'm not gonna like completely write him off. If you want to play Mets, play Mets. They're obviously like good. They're very good against lefties. That's the one thing that they have done really well. I have no problem paying 53 for Eugenio.
I think
Probably
Paredes has been on fire lately. Another 3 hits tonight, I think it is. Yeah, 3 hits and 2 RBIs tonight for him. Shoulder apparently seems fine. Mitch Spence not good on the road.
yeah. I mean, if he's gonna be healthy, right? If he's gonna be healthy and if he's gonna be productive, then yeah, I don't hate it.
Arenado down to 39, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, he's been bad.
Let's see.
Who's been really good? Jose Tena has been really good for Washington. Like really, really good. Obviously like smaller sample, but 32 games, 8 extra base hits, 13 ribbies, 5 stolen bases. He's been super good. He hits like 5th for them, so he'll hit 5th against McGill here.
Sure. That's probably it, right, for value?
Yeah, I don't see anything else.
No, I agree. Shortstop, Bobby Witt grand slam tonight, $6,500. Maybe starting to turn the page for you there.
Yeah, for me. Yeah, for me.
Tovar, $5,200 in cores against a lefty.
Just homered.
There you go. Perdomo against Feltner at 45.
Perdomo 40. Feels a little.
Swanson 42.
I would prefer that. I think I think Dansby has another like 3 hits tonight. No, doesn't he have? He has a bunch of hits tonight as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think Dansby Swanson's been one of the better hitting shortstops to end the year, like the last like month or so, and he's gonna have the most forgettable year of his career.
Yeah.
And said he wanted to leave the team that did a lot of winning for a team to win that's not going to win. So to him.
Mason Wynn, speaking of winning,
3,800
against a lefty.
Yeah, he's been awful, but he does hit lefties well.
That's probably
Acuna at 3K if he's in the lineup.
Sure. Yeah, he pinch hit today, so he wasn't.
Jacob Wilson.
Yeah.
An obligatory Jason.
24. Always got to give him a call. That guy hit 400 in the minors. Outfield. Is this a spot where you would like avoid your Yankees out of Yankee Stadium against Woo?
I mean, I would say I feel like that's DFS malpractice to tell you I would be avoiding a guy with 53 home runs with like 2 weeks to go left in the year. So you'll get them at the lowest owner. I'll say you'll get them at lower ownership than you've ever gotten them before, right? You will get Aaron Judge at sub 10% probably for the first time all year.
Yeah. Corbin Carroll, probably pretty chalky in cores against Feltner at 6K. Brent Doyle also 5,500 at home here. Rooker versus a lefty at home on the road.
You combined the names there. I heard what you did there.
I know.
Dude, he'd win an MVP in like any other season with this stat line. He had his 38th. This is not even including his 38th home run that he hit on the Monday slate. But he'd probably win the MVP in most other seasons.
Did Josh Donaldson win the MVP when he left Oakland that time for like Toronto?
He did.
He did.
Won in Toronto.
Yeah, he won in Toronto his first year out. Then Matt Olson, his first year away from Oakland, hits 54.
Yep.
Brent Rooker goes somewhere.
No, he's going. Yeah, he's going to Sacramento to hit 50 home runs next.
Sure. Yeah. Get him in a different stadium, right? Yeah. Get him in a different stadium. He's going to
to hit 50.
He's going to have one of those type of years.
You know what's crazy? He's going to be like the best fantasy bargain because no one's going to think he's going to do it a third year in a row, and he's going to hit 50 home runs in the best.
Or people are just going to overpay him. Remember when Crush Davis had like 3 straight years of like 40 home runs?
Yeah, he hit 244 for like 3 straight seasons, or like 226. He had the same exact average for 3 straight years in those whatever it was.
He hit 42, 43, and 48 homers. And he hit 247, 247, 247 for
it was the 247. Yeah, it was the 247
straight seasons.
Oh, it was 4? I thought it was 3. Okay.
Nope. 2015 to 2018. He hit 247, 4 straight years.
More impressive, 3 straight 40 home run years or 4 straight 247 years?
Probably the 4 straight.
Has to be the 247s, right? Has to be the 247s,
right? Definitely the 4 straight years of 247.
Because like after the first 40-year home run year, you're like, oh, he can do this. But like to do 247 another 3 times, like that's impressive.
He hit 244 his second year in the league, and that started off the runs of 247. So, he just kind of held steady basically from that point on. But yeah, 3 straight years of over 40 homers playing for Oakland. That guy could have done some more damage had he gone elsewhere during the prime of his career. He was out of baseball shortly after that, retired at 33. So anyways, Rooker could easily repeat that. Wood's got a lot of power. Got him against Taylor McGill. If you want to go there, Bellinger against Spence 51, McCarthy 5K, Seiya.
The Cubs have been great. The Cubs have been great.
Yep, agreed.
Jock still too cheap, 49.
Yeah, Jock at 49. Merrill's 47. He's cooled off a little bit.
Taylor Ward 46.
Yeah,
keep going back to that well.
44 Taylor Ward.
If Grishik is in the lineup, which he could be, I'd play Grishik. I'd play Luis Robert if you're not playing Griffin Canning. If you want to just be contrarian, this is a good White Sox spot to be contrarian because like Griffin Canning's gonna have ownership, and also Griffin Canning is bad. So like if you ever wanted to play a White Sox stack against him, this would probably be the day, right? This would probably be the day to go against Chalk and play White Sox. So I don't hate Luis Robert 43.
Sure. J-Rod's down to 4,200.
Which is crazy because this has like been the best he's played all year.
Right.
I don't know if that's like some like algorithm thing that says like, oh no, Yankees, they're too good for him, but like not actually, right? Like it's just a placebo. I mean, I don't know.
PCA 4K.
Absolutely. I'm happy to see him at 4K. It took Lawrence Butler 3 months to get there.
Took Corbin Carroll 3 months last year to get there, right?
It did.
Mentioned Pavin already.
Yeah. Garrett Mitchell. I mean, no, I take it back.
I was like, Garrett Mitchell is hitting well, but Wheeler.
I take it back.
Talked Goodman already.
Renfro, MJ, they'll be good. Casey Mize got pulled in the first inning, I think his last start, second inning of his last start. He did not make it all too far. Nathan Lukes continues to hit, which is bizarre. He's 30 years old, playing the best baseball of his career.
Blue Jays guys, right? Like
they do.
Melendez 3K.
Yep.
Let's see. That's probably it until we get some lineups. So
we'll know. We'll play some. Mike Trout, by the way, come back as a DH potentially. Saw
that. Good. Keep him as healthy for as long as he can, right? So.
Yep.
All right, we do Reagan's, and then what?
I mean, there's a lot to like in the 7K tier. It's just ultimately what do we make of Griffin Canning, right? Do we want to use Griffin Canning? Do we want to use players against Griffin Canning?
I was on Griffin Canning until they just torched Reed Detmers.
But we can't think like that. We can't think like that. I know. I mean, I know the White Sox are hot. They've won 2 in a row. They've
Yeah.
scored 3 runs in the first. Like,
Yeah.
don't let just because they're on the outs, they're playing spoiler here.
I mean, I would do McGill or Lynn in the 7K range.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, McGill. I think McGill coming off the start that he made makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Lynn coming off the start he made makes a lot of sense. I mean, either one.
Let's see. Catcher.
Honestly, like we didn't mention him, but Moreno started $3,600. That's probably another spot I'd go.
I'm good just plugging them
He had
in.
he had a hit in his first at bat first at bat back in the starting lineup. He's actually 2 for 2, so I'd take it back. He's not just 1 hit, 2 hits.
I'm in. I'm just moving across the line here. I think we got a kind of an idea, Bill. What's our number one spend on this?
Number one spend. I mean, Marte, Bobby Witt, Corby, probably in that range. I mean, Corbin's the cheapest of those 3.
Yeah. If we did Corbin,
easiest to get to
3,500. Do we have a value? Do we have a value play?
Jacob Wilson or Acuna at short would probably be like.
I like the Wilson call. That's good there. We had like Melendez or something like that, right? Against Mize.
I mean, yeah. I don't love third. You playing? I saw you had Michael Bush 44.
I was gonna do Cubs. I was gonna do this and like PCA.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. We're like what 200 off Seiya. You could go down to Lance Lynn to get to Seiya.
Can't spell his name. Lynn. Where are we? 200 off of?
Oh, never mind. It was before it was before PCA was there.
If we do that, we get 4K. We can still plug someone in this range here. Paven,
yeah.
There we go. Reagan's, Lynn, Moreno, Bush, Rogers, Paredes, Wilson, Carroll, Smith, and PCA. $400 left over. Again, guys, if you have any questions, throw them in the comment section here. James and I will be happy to help you guys out. And a reminder, no more live show at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We just have the preview show as we transition our content. Again, still have plenty of live shows here on the YouTube channel for football, and basketball is right around the corner. James and I do nightly live streams for the NBA season as well. So again, if you have any questions, find us in the chat here. Go on our Discord. We have a 7-day free trial going on right now. fantasyalarm.com/win. When you sign up, you get a 7-day free trial. You can get in our Discord and ask us questions directly, or you can find us over on Twitter or X. Give us a follow, send a tweet, send a message, and we'll be happy to help you guys out here as well. Until then, though, we'll be back with the preview show for the Wednesday slate. Good luck on Tuesday, and we'll catch you later.